Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna see what the message is right now. I'm keeping it open. Remember that it could be past, present, or future. Okay, it's a general reading. It may resonate, it may not. Just you'll know, okay? You'll know how this fits for you. So without further ado, let's see, guys. What is the message today for you from Spirit, from your guides, from the angels, from the spirits guiding the collective here? What do you guys need to know right now? Let's see what's happening. The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Okay, so Leo energy here. We have someone that's being manipulative, okay? I feel like it's going to be a crime reading. You'll probably see it in the title anyways, what it is, but I've been feeling it. So there's something here that someone is trying to balance out, switch around. Somebody doing something manipulative here, okay? So let's see. What's the Five of Swords for the collective? The Five of Swords comes out again, okay? So we have, well, actually the Four of Wands came out in reverse, so I'm going to take it in reverse. Seven of Swords at the bottom, we have a liar, okay? This has to do with somebody, again, this keeps coming out, so I'm going to see what this is here. Something about moving out, losing a home, losing stability, leaving a community, something like that. Somebody here is trying to create an illusion around this, or they're trying to manipulate something here to their advantage to get what they want. About someone not being home. Okay, what's the King of Wands? The Nine of Pentacles. This has to do with a lot of money, okay? Somebody's stability, their career, their independence here. And then we have the Hermit and the High Priestess. So maybe, okay, so maybe this King of Wands is not the manipulator. Maybe this is someone who is looking into something. They're a Hermit energy. Okay, so this could be you, a High Priestess Hermit energy. Someone that is looking for the answers, listening to their intuition, following inner wisdom and guidance. Okay, let's see. What's the Two of Pentacles? The King of Wands. Okay, never mind. I'm not sure yet if this King of Wands is you, or if this is the manipulator. The Five of Cups and the Hierophant. So this King of Wands could be a Hierophant energy, okay? Someone that has some sort of authority, a leader. This could have something to do with an institution, okay? This has to do with someone's sadness or somebody grieving, someone being sad. Okay, let's see. What's the Five of Swords? Tell me more about that, please. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. This has to do with somebody not receiving some sort of money, not giving something to someone, not receiving something. The Eight of Pentacles, it's a plan. It's what somebody is working towards, working on. What is this? A wealthy man in reverse. Okay, so this has to do with someone that's greedy, someone that makes bad business decisions, a shady business person, someone that could be in debt, someone that is doing everything for money. A marriage. This has to do with a marriage or a married couple. Okay. Tell me more about this illusion here. The Seven of Cups. This has to do with somebody not being able to move on from something, not being able to get out of something, not being able to leave something behind. Why is my throat closing up? Dude, I just felt like like someone's trying to choke me. I don't know. Someone made a voodoo doll of me is like trying to choke me out here. The Devil comes out. Oh, is it so? Look at that Judgment. Somebody could be trying to get me to shut up. Okay. The devil is trying to put a chain on my neck like this. Look, like the lady here. She has a chain around her neck. Man, because I'm feeling it. It's like a, you know, I'm not getting any air. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, this could be someone that's very angry. The Devil and the Knight of Wands, this is someone that's very angry, very impulsive. They want to take action. They want control. This is someone who's forceful, impulsive, hot-headed, very temperamental. What are they trying to create an illusion about? Seven of Cups. An official person. So they're trying to lie to the authorities, or they're trying to confuse the authorities. Okay. A main male is a main male or a main male in authority. Okay. So either this main male is someone in authority, or it's a main male trying to confuse an authority figure. What are they trying to manipulate here? Five of Swords. A message, a letter, communication, about someone traveling, about someone moving forward, traveling, about moving on, what someone has been invested into, working towards for a long time, or somebody is very determined here because of whatever they've been invested into here for a long time. This is something about something being illuminated here about what someone is planning or someone's choices. What's the Five of Swords, Page of Wands? And they have an expectation. Okay, so somebody is planning on communicating something here, or sending a message, or they're doing something manipulative with a letter, with a document, with messages, because they have an expectation to move forward here with some sort of a plan they've been invested into for a very long time. And this has to do with some sort of indulgence. This has to do with indulgence. The snake. This is a snake. This is an enemy. Yeah, I can tell. This is an enemy that thinks that they're clever, malicious. A snake is trying to figure out how to move forward. This person is very angry. They can't leave something behind. They're ready to take some sort of action here to confuse an official person about a marriage, wedding rings. Yeah, and marriage is here as well. So this could be a married couple that's doing this, or they're trying to create an illusion about a marriage. Okay. So tell me more about this King of Wands here. This King of Wands works for the justice system, okay? So they work for the law. Okay, so they are the Hierophant here. This is someone who has some sort of authority, and they work for the judicial system or law enforcement, and they're looking for some sort of answers about bad health, about someone being in bad health, or trying to put someone in bad health, or maybe about, what do you mean bad health? Three of Cups in reverse, a third party, cheating, a spoiled party, the Queen of Pentacles. This has to do with someone, wait a minute, is this cheating? Is this a third party, somebody cheating with a Queen of Pentacles, or a Queen of Pentacles third party situation? Or is this somebody leaving a friendship group? What is that? It has to do with what somebody is learning. Yeah, this King of Wands is trying to learn something. They're trying to find some sort of answers here. They're trying to learn something, expand their knowledge about somebody not chasing after someone. Somebody did not chase after someone. What is bad health? Three of Cups in reverse. The truth. Okay? Somebody is trying to find the truth right now. They're trying to understand the truth about something. Yeah, okay. I get it. About a self-absorbed narcissist and a one-sided relationship. Somebody's trying to understand the truth about a narcissist. But what is this Three of Cups in reverse? Is it a friend? Is it somebody that used to be someone's friend? Or is it cheating? It's whatever they're working on, okay? Whatever this King of Wands is working on right now. Whatever they've been working on here repeatedly, repetitively. Interrogation. Okay, The truth is coming out about a narcissist. All right, what else is this King of Wands here trying to figure out the truth about? About a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this Queen of Pentacles is not you. This is someone that you're dealing with in reverse. And something about somebody not sending a message or not communicating something, or this person didn't send a message. They didn't receive this message. This is not from this person. The Emperor and the Moon. This has to do with something that the Emperor wants to stay hidden. Okay, I got it. Okay, so the Emperor, I feel like, is the King of Wands. They want, whoever this person is in authority, they want whatever this is to stay hidden. Okay. Well, Spirit is respecting your request. Okay, so something about this Queen of Pentacles not sending a message or not sending a letter, and something about putting someone in bad health. Somebody maybe that you're not friends with anymore. Something about a friendship group falling apart, and some sort of money, a lot of money. Okay, so what's the Two of Pentacles? The Three of Swords. So there's people that are trying to switch something around when it comes to some sort of pain, heartbreak, sadness, and betrayal in a relationship. Okay, somebody being hurt in a relationship. And this has to do with a relationship evolving to the next phase. Somebody feeling hurt that a relationship is evolving, or somebody is healing. This is about not doing some sort of introspection, or somebody cannot mirror something. So if they were trying to mirror something, which is like the Two of Pentacles, they're trying to flip something around, they're trying to change the narrative, they're trying to, mirror something back. They're not able to do it. They can't mirror this. They can't mirror someone else or something else. Why? Why can't they do that? What's stopping it from being mirrored? Because you're not sad. Five of Cups in reverse. Because you're not sad. The Five of Cups is here in the upright. So they can't mirror you or pretend like you're heartbroken or you're grieving or sad, because you're actually overcoming sadness, or you're coming out of sadness, or you're not in grief and sadness and depression, or you're coming out of it, or you're taking action to come out of depression or coming out of grief. Okay. Yeah, this is all about a group of people that are trying to figure out how to get away with something here. Okay, so they're trying to figure out how to get away with it. And I guess some part of their narrative is to say that you're depressed and sad and grieving and unable to move forward. But it's not true, because you're actually coming out of sadness, or you know how to find the light, or you know how to get out of this. Okay. The Queen of Swords. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're not... Who's that about? What is this? Before I say anything, what is that? Eight of Swords reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed. A privileged lady. Okay, so this is someone that did something with money, they did something for money or because they want some sort of money, and these people are trying to get themselves out of entrapment, or they're trying to get themselves out of trouble with the law, because we do have law officials here. So they're trying to get themselves out of entrapment, but something is a bad strategy here, okay? Something is not being planned out very well. Something is not very logical. Somebody's not planning something very well. Okay, is there anything else we need to know before I go into the crime cards? No, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there's a fated event happening here. Okay. And it has to do with somebody not healing, or somebody not following their destined path, or this is not a wish fulfillment, or somebody is blocked because you're not toxic. You're not bound to any toxic behavior patterns. They're blocked because you're not jealous, you're not angry, you're not obsessed, you're not toxic. No, you're healing. Okay, Temperance. All right, so let's see, hold on. Okay, so let's see, what is this Five of Swords here? Somebody is trying to do something manipulative when it comes to a marriage, a wire, jail or prison. Okay, so somebody's trying to get you locked up or in trouble with the authorities, or they don't want to go to jail or prison. A third party, accidental death. This has to do with trying to plan your accidental death and a third party situation, okay? Selling something, a store selling something at a store, or an employee selling something, or a store that sells something, okay? Malicious and malicious intent. Okay, wait a minute, what is this? C-E, a stalker, and J, a stalker, a third party stalker. Someone is trying to send you to jail by calling you a third party stalker, but actually this is just malicious intent because they're planning your accidental death, okay? And this is a RICO case, okay? Right. This has to do with someone trying to get a protective order because of a kidnapping and an offer. So this has, okay, so somebody went to the cops or to the police or to the authorities and tried to say that you're a stalker and that they need a protective order, or this has to do with it has to do with getting a protective order because of a stalker, if it's the other way around for you, and someone being a third party. So, okay, so there's a third party in the situation, and somebody went to the police and said they need a protective order from a stalker who's a third party. Okay, but this was malicious intent. So it's a married couple. So a married couple goes to the police or to the authorities, claims that a third party is a stalker, and they need a protective order. Okay, right. So what's the Six of Pentacles reverse? Something was not given to someone. A third party wire. This has to do with a wire and a third party. E. Someone from the Midwest is enraged about a bribe. Okay, so somebody is enraged about a bribe. Okay. But this was traced back. Or someone here got a bribe to do this and say these things, and they claim that you are enraged, or you are the enraged stalker, okay? And this has to do with buying a ring or jewelry. All right, so this is how it turns out, this is how it ties in. So buying something from a store, selling something, a store, buying something from a store, jewelry, buying a ring, buying jewelry from a store. A married couple goes to the cops, claims that you are angry because somebody didn't buy you a ring, and that you're a third-party stalker that's angry about not getting some sort of a ring or jewelry, and that they need a protective order from you. Okay. But what do you mean with trace back? A wedding ring. A cartel accounting? An accountant for the cartel? An accountant for the cartel. Canada and fentanyl. Metadata. What? A government agency. This has to do with metadata that a government agency has about a cartel and some sort of fentanyl. The fuck? Bad news. Revenge. And they're gonna get bad news because they tried to claim that you want revenge, or this was revenge. They did this out of revenge on you, or they're trying to say that you want revenge and you're a stalker, right? Crime. Something about a crime out of revenge. That was the plan. So what does this have to do with the Four of Wands in reverse? Sacrificing a birth? Sacrificing a birth. And opioids. Intimidation. Okay, so it has something to do with this, opioids and fentanyl. But what does that have to do with someone not being home, or leaving home, or losing a home? It has to do with someone that got pulled in for questioning. D, IP address, a dealer. This has to do with a dealer, the IP address of a dealer, and this has something to do with opioids and fentanyl and a cartel. Huh? This information, a wire offer, a bribe, Social Security. Someone was offered a bribe. Someone was offered a bribe, and this has to do with a wire, someone wearing a wire, somebody placing a wire, or a wire transfer, and to get information about a cartel because of a dealer, because of an opioids dealer, and someone trafficking drugs. This has to do with fentanyl trafficking. What? This has with cryptocurrency. So somebody bought fentanyl or opioids with cryptocurrency. This has to do with drug trafficking, a dealer, and information about the cartel. So what do you, okay. SA, cocaine. Yeah, it's like drug trafficking. SA, assault. I, throat chakra, something that someone is saying. Okay, wait a minute. So this just kind of went a different direction. What are you trying to tell the collective about that? This has to do with a Queen of Cups, a Queen of Wands in reverse, and an Empress in the reverse. These are three feminine energies that are manipulative, toxic, okay? Not in the upright, that's for sure. What do these feminine energies have to do with drug trafficking? It has to do with a trust fund. A fraudulent document, document fraud. This has to do with document fraud. When it comes to a trust fund, G. Okay, so three feminine energies here are involved in creating fraudulent documents because of a hotel, South America, SA. Again, prosty. This has to do with someone who's a hotel prosty. So what, like an escort? I mean, E did come out, E. Does this have something to do with escorting? This has to do with gang members. This has to do with gang members, cartel members, an escort service, possibly at a hotel, document fraud, and drug trafficking, opioid trafficking, and cryptocurrency. Yeah, this is the job or the business. A job or business is being traced or traced back to someone's office. And something has a forged signature on it, okay? So document fraud, forged signature. There's a forged signature on something, on a document, something about a job or business traced back to the office, and a dirty official. A dirty official, or it's an officer. Maybe it's an officer. Something was traced back to a dirty official, a dirty officer. Something has a forged signature on it. This is document fraud. And it's because of information about the cartel and cryptocurrency fentanyl trafficking. What do these women have to do with this? What do these feminine energies have to do with all this? If they have to do with the job or the business. Or is this SEX, is it SEX trafficking? G. And the IP address. It has to do with the IP address of a job or a business. IG, GI, something on the phone. The IP address of a phone has to do with why somebody is trying to say someone is obsessed because of a deposit. Or is this a safe deposit box again? So they're trying to call you a stalker. They're trying to say you're obsessed, that someone needs a protective order against you because you're an obsessed third-party stalker or something like that. Or it has something to do with someone that's an obsessed third-party stalker. And the IP address of a job or a business. Something on the phone. That's the sign or the message about V. That's the sign or the message? About what? About disguise, about someone wearing a disguise, or something is being disguised. It has to do with a subpoena, water. It has to do with roofied water. This has to do with someone trying to roofie someone's water or roofie a drink. This has to do with someone trying to roofie a drink. So somebody tried to roofie your drink or roofie someone's drink because they bought fentanyl or opioids with cryptocurrency. And this has to do with the IP address of a phone and a job or a business and some sort of escorting or hotel prosty and cartel information and some sort of metadata that a government agency has. Okay. All right. So what I'm assuming right now is that this whole thing about a marriage or you being obsessed and you being a stalker and you being crazy is like a cover up for some sort of a drug sex cartel operation, okay? That's what I'm getting here. Someone's trying to cover up that they bought some sort of opioids from the cartel or bought something with cryptocurrency. That's what I'm kind of getting here, okay? So what's the Seven of Cups? This main male is trying to create an illusion. A disguise, by wearing a disguise. Okay, so someone came to a house, a home, wearing a disguise. Now, I'm not sure if it's this official person, somebody pretending to be an official person, or what is this with a disguise? That's the sign or the message. The sign or the message is that somebody that went to a real estate property was wearing a disguise, disguised as a what? An officer? This has to do with wanting to get some sort of compensation here, L. This has to do with food or drinks and somebody wanting to get compensation for an injury. So somebody goes to the law, claims that you're a jealous, vengeful, obsessed stalker. They want some sort of compensation for an injury. And this has to do with putting roofies in your drinks. It has to do with a case surrounding a death. Okay. And the weapon. The weapon that was used. So the weapon that they tried to use is, I'm assuming, fentanyl. But counterfeit, confiscated, COCO, corrupt, counterfeit, confiscated. Someone that went to a real estate property wearing a disguise. It was an official person. So somebody that came to someone's house pretended to be an official. They were wearing a disguise. And this has been traced back that something was a forged signature and something was fraud. Okay, so something was fraudulent, something was a forged signature, and this has been traced back, or it can be traced back, that there's a document that maybe someone signed off on. The official person that came to someone's house pretending to be an official, wearing a disguise, something here about this document can be traced back that this is a fraudulent signature or something like that. When it comes to someone buying something, buying something, an account, and a sacrifice. Sacrifice accounting. Tell me more about this official person coming to a house. This has to do with a cartel. Cartel, offer, an offer with a cartel. It has to do with a subpoena or a bailiff. Maybe it's not a subpoena, maybe it's a bailiff. Someone pretending that they're coming like from the courts, somebody that's serving papers. Something about being served papers, an official person coming to a house claiming that they're serving papers. A video. Forensics and a broker. Forensics can find out that a document was forged by a middleman, a broker, someone in the middle. There was someone in the middle, a broker. And this has to do with a video of someone paying for something. Hush money, paying support, paying hush money, paying money. No, W-M. No? Or someone was paid hush money? A landlord, B. A landlord, B. Someone's landlord dressed up as an official person. If you don't know what your landlord looks like, or maybe you didn't know what your landlord looks like in the past, if you're in like an apartment complex or something like that where it's run by like a housing association, maybe you didn't know the person that owned your apartment. Someone's landlord disguised themselves as an official and came to your house. Is that what this is? What the fuck? And came talking about an income garnishment. So your landlord dressed up as an official or someone that you don't know, dressed up as an official wearing a disguise, MB, came to your house pretending that they're an official, pretending they're a bailiff, pretending that they are serving papers, they're a bailiff, coming for an income garnishment. So it wasn't a real official? They said something about you being intoxicated. And something about sacral energy. Close, Z. So this person was not really an official. But they pretended to be one. Maybe they even had the whole outfit. Where the fuck did they get that from, right? Interesting, huh? So what did this, so there's a fraudulent document here. There's a fake signature on something. C, financial crime. Okay, what else? Tax evasion, debt. Oh, no way. This was a debt collector. This was someone that pretended to be a debt collector. So we have the letters MB, ZOLCT, a debt collector. They weren't really a debt collector though, apparently. They were a landlord or someone that works with your landlord, wearing the costume of a debt collector, coming to your house with fake papers or a forged signature on those papers. How the fuck did they get those papers? So they know someone that works in the law, in the justice system, or in some sort of like, yeah, pretending to be a bailiff, pretending to come and want debt collection from you. And this has to do with something in the case files. Or this is in the case files, the fact that the person that came to your house was not actually an official person. It was someone pretending to be an official person, and that's in the case files. West Coast, and they local, C-O-C-O-C. It's something about copycat, someone pretending to work for Homeland Security, Customs, or Zoll. Oh, where'd this person get the uniform from, huh? Because it was pretty fucking convincing, if that's what happened. A copycat. Pretending to work for Customs, pretending to be a bailiff, pretending to work for the government. Clothes. Where did they get the costume from? Clothes. They were wearing these clothes. If you had an official person, like a police officer or someone that was pretending to be a police officer or pretending to be Soil, Customs, Homeland Security, this person was wearing the uniform. They might have even come with papers. They came with some sort of bailiff, debt collection papers that were signed off on, and they made it look very legitimate. And this person might have come claiming that they're serving papers for some sort of debt collection. They did come to the house. Okay. Case files. B. This person's name could start with the letter B or their last name. Yeah, somebody that might work for your landlord or work with, I don't know, someone that lives near you or around you, local. This has to do with, yeah, someone working a case. Claiming that they were working a case, claiming that they were there because they were working a case with debt collection or with some sort of a collection agency, okay? So this person was wearing a disguise when they came to your house. They pretended to be from a collection agency or from the government or from law enforcement. Like maybe you even met your, like if this is a landlord, maybe you even met them like a couple months later and you're like, why does that person look so familiar? I've never met them before. Right? Maybe why were they pretending to be Zoll, huh? Or Customs or Homeland Security? They had the clothes on. They definitely had this uniform on. If this is your reading, if this is your story, they came dressed as Homeland Security or Zoll. That's the uniform that they had on when they tried coming in your house, when they came in your house with papers, signed papers. And it can be traced back, okay, apparently. I cannot make it up. This person impersonated the Zoll, which is the German word for customs. This person impersonated the Zoll. This person came to your house dressed as the Zoll. They had the uniform on. They had the papers. They had everything. The Zoll came to your house. Yes, they did. Or they impersonated that. Homeland Security. Yes, they did. Customs. Yes, they did. They had this uniform on. Okay? This was fraud. C. That's, okay, C. That's the sign or the message. Wow, okay, now I get it. So that's the whole sign or the message. Who the fuck came to your house and did something here with debt collection, I guess? Or who was the person that came to your house? It wasn't the Zoll. It was someone impersonating the Zoll, apparently, or impersonating customs. Okay? Customs Zoll. There's an impersonator here, and it could be a landlord or someone that works with your landlord or works for your landlord. And they came for debt collection, okay? Or as a bailiff with a subpoena, or that's what's coming up in the future, okay? If someone knocks at your door with a uniform, you say, I want to know who you are and, you know, show me your badge, right? Okay, so maybe someone did not do that in the past. They just thought, oh, well, this looks legit. Someone's wearing the uniform. Okay, they have the papers. Okay, social media. A truck driver. This has to do with a truck driver that sold their soul. Social media. So this could go back to the drug trafficking, right? A cartel. Somebody who is maybe driving trucks for the cartel and trafficking opioids or trafficking like cocaine or something like that. So this official person that's pretending to work for Homeland Security, they don't work for Homeland Security. Now I know, okay? Now you know. This person claiming to work for customs, they might be covering up for some sort of drug trafficking from a truck driver who's trafficking opioids and cocaine or something like that. This has to do with a hospital and hired by someone who works a trade job, hired by someone who is a mechanic, an electrician, or because someone who is a mechanic and electrician works a trade job was hired because they made a choice here with a cybercrime. Okay, so this might even be if you have a landlord here that's trying to get you evicted, trying to get you out of the house. They want you kicked out of the house. They want you evicted. So it is a landlord. Okay. So we have a landlord here that's involved with a bunch of people here that wants you kicked out of the house, that's involved in a cybercrime and a truck driver who's trafficking drugs, apparently. They made this choice to help their friends who work trade jobs, mechanics, handymans, maintenance workers, to put on a Zoll customs uniform and come to your house pretending to collect debt. And this has to do with fentanyl poisoning. Trying to cover up fentanyl poisoning. Trying to have you poisoned with fentanyl. Okay? Your landlord here, apparently. And all of their friends. Fentanyl. Look at this. Fentanyl poisoning. Police! No fucking way. Police fentanyl poisoning. What's this? Police fentanyl poisoning, huh? Yeah. The geolocation. Buying something. Fraud. This was fraud. Somebody is committing fraud here when it comes to buying something. Buying fentanyl poison, police. West Coast. CO. What is this? CO. Neighbor. National transaction. A neighbor. No way. Okay, so your neighbors and your landlord got a Zoll Customs Homeland Security costume from somewhere, knocked at your door, pretending to be there for debt collection. And this has to do with them buying fentanyl, poison, and the police. And working together with the cartel. Or working together with a truck driver that's trafficking fentanyl for the cartel, huh? Okay. That's what they're trying to cover up, huh? I guess. A prescription. And that's the smoking GUN with a prescription. The smoking GUN is a prescription. the secret society. And a hacked recording. A hacked recording. Hacking recording. Yeah, someone was hired here. And this was foul play. You want to know? You want to know who was hired and what was foul play? Oh, just the customs toll agent that came to your house that wasn't even fucking real, apparently. Yeah, no, innocent. They're trying to make themselves look innocent here when it comes to selling something. Club or bar. Selling club or bar. Mortgage, digital footprint, and some sort of a digital footprint that leads to someone's home. This has to do with selling something at clubs or at bars. Okay, so maybe this gang member, this cartel member got caught selling drugs at the bar, at the club. That's when everything came out about some sort of drug trafficking, cartel, truck driver, fentanyl trafficking. And now they want to make themselves look innocent. Okay, so what does that have to do with a fake toy customs homeland security dude coming to your house, huh? It has to do with this meeting. They're trying to put you in jail or prison, claiming that they have something in their possession. What do they have in their possession? Okay, if this person is coming for debt collection, which I'm pretty sure they did, income garnishment, all they have in their possession is a piece of paper where they wrote down what you have and what you earn and your money and how much you can pay every month. In possession. Or somebody is in jail or prison for possessing, or maybe this is the support, or maybe whoever they are supporting is in jail or prison right now because they had drugs in their possession when they got arrested. And this has to do with a video. A wiretap video. This has to do with a wiretap and a video of someone being intoxicated and an accountant or an account or accounting, sacral energy account, and someone being intoxicated. A wiretap video. This has to do with our officer. The whole reading is about this officer. Okay. The whole video, this reading is about this officer. There is a fake officer. There's someone impersonating an officer. Impersonating someone from customs that came to someone's house or is gonna come to someone's house. It's a landlord or a neighbor or someone working together with your neighbors and your landlord, okay? All right. So anything else about that? I think that's the end of the reading. It has to do with this meeting. Fraud. It was fraudulent. Recording. Why does recording keep coming out? A recording, a video. A recording, a video. Fraud. Recording a meeting is fraud. What? D. Privacy invasion. Dark web. Because of a recording on the dark web, it was privacy invasion. Because a recording on the dark web was privacy invasion. And this person came to your fucking house pretending like they're coming for debt collector, debt collection. This might be the company that they came to collect debt with, okay? Maybe D. That's the question is, who the fuck came to your house? This person's name has a letter B in it. Could be the last name. First name, last name. International. The question is, who the fuck came to your house as a debt collector pretending to be customs zoll? there's evidence that will show that apparently this person was your landlord, or this person was working with your landlord or your neighbors. This person had a uniform on. They did. And their name could have the letter B in it. Okay? That's it, guys. It's whoever this is. Someone wants to know who is the person that came. Apparently it was your landlord. Wearing a disguise that wants you kicked out of the house. Okay? Wow. Okay? Or someone working with your landlord. So I'm going to leave it at that. Okay? I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.